Alvin York remains one of the most fascinating and complex figures to emerge from World War I, not only because of his extraordinary battlefield achievements, but also due to the deep moral and personal transformation that defined his life. Born in 1887 in the remote mountains of Tennessee, York grew up in a large, impoverished family where survival depended on hunting and self-reliance. As a young man, he was known more for his wild behavior than discipline, often frequenting bars and engaging in fights, a stark contrast to the devout and reflective person he would later become. A pivotal turning point came through a religious awakening that led him to embrace a strict Christian faith, renouncing violence and adopting pacifist beliefs. This created a profound internal struggle when he was drafted into the U.S. Army in 1917, as he initially believed that killing was incompatible with his faith. However, after extensive discussions with his commanding officers, who encouraged him to reconcile his beliefs with a sense of duty, York came to interpret the war as a just cause, deciding to serve while striving to act with moral integrity. Once deployed to France with the 82nd Division, York's calm demeanor and exceptional shooting skills quickly became evident, but nothing could have predicted the events of October 8, 1918, during the Meuse-Argonne Offensive. In a mission to eliminate German machine gun nests, York's patrol was suddenly ambushed, and chaos erupted as soldiers fell around him. With several leaders killed, York unexpectedly found himself responsible for the remaining men. Instead of retreating, he advanced alone, using the terrain and his sharpshooting ability to systematically neutralize enemy positions. His actions were not reckless, but methodical. He later described how he prioritized targets, focusing on machine gunners who posed the greatest threat. In one of the most dramatic moments, when a group of German soldiers launched a bayonet charge toward him, York relied on his hunting instincts, shooting each attacker with precision, starting from the closest, just as he would when hunting wild turkeys. Perhaps even more remarkable than the number of enemies he neutralized was his ability to force a mass surrender. Demonstrating both courage and psychological insight, York convinced a German officer to order his troops to lay down their weapons, resulting in the capture of 132 prisoners and the silencing of over 30 machine guns. This single-handed action significantly weakened German resistance in that sector and contributed to the broader success of the offensive, which helped bring the war closer to its conclusion. For this extraordinary feat, York received the Medal of Honor, as well as honors from France and other Allied nations, making him one of the most decorated American soldiers of the conflict. Despite global recognition, York rejected fame and material gain, turning down endorsements and film deals that could have made him wealthy. Instead, he returned to Tennessee with a strong sense of responsibility towards his community, dedicating himself to education and social improvement by founding the Alvin York Institute, a school intended to provide opportunities for rural youth like himself. His life later inspired the film Sergeant York, starring Gary Cooper, which further cemented his status as a national hero, though York remained personally uncomfortable with the spotlight. What continues to make his story so compelling is the tension between his pacifist convictions and his actions in war, illustrating how deeply held beliefs can evolve under extreme circumstances. Alvin York's legacy is not just that of a soldier who achieved the extraordinary, but of a man who grappled with conscience, faith, and duty, ultimately becoming a symbol of humility, resilience, and moral complexity in the face of one of history's most devastating conflicts.